James Alan Hetfield is the main songwriter, co-founder, lead vocalist, rhythm guitarist and lyricist for the American heavy metal band Metallica. Hetfield is mainly known for his rhythm playing, but has also performed occasional lead guitar duties both in the studio and live. Hetfield co-founded Metallica in October 1981 after answering a classified advertisement by drummer Lars Ulrich in the Los Angeles newspaper The Recycler. Metallica has won 9 Grammy Awards and released 9 studio albums, 3 live albums, 4 extended plays and 24 singles. In 2009, Hetfield was ranked number 8 in Joel McIver's book The 100 Greatest Metal Guitarists, and ranked 24th by Hit Parade on their list of the 100 Greatest Metal Vocalists of all time. In Guitar World's poll, Hetfield was placed as the 19th greatest guitarist of all time, as well as being placed second in the 100 Greatest Metal Guitarists poll of the same magazine, only behind of Tony Iommi. Rolling Stone placed Hetfield as the 87th greatest guitarist of all time. Life and career. Early life. Hetfield was born August 3, 1963, in Downey, California, the son of Cynthia Bassett, a light opera singer, and Virgil Lee Hetfield, a truck driver. He is of German, English, Irish and Scottish descent. He has 2 older half-brothers from his mother's first marriage and 1 younger sister. His parents divorced in 1976 when Hetfield was 13. Virgil and Cynthia were very strict Christian Scientists, and in accordance with their beliefs, Hetfield's parents strongly disapproved of medicine or any other medical treatment and remained loyal to their faith even as Cynthia was dying from cancer. This upbringing became the inspiration for many of Hetfield's lyrics later in his career with Metallica, including the song, The God That Failed from their seminal 1991 album, Metallica. Cynthia Hetfield died of cancer in 1979 when James was 16 years old. After the death of his mother, Hetfield went to live with his older half-brother David. Virgil died in late 1996, during Metallica's Low tour. Hetfield attended Downey High School his freshman and second years. He graduated from Orange County's Brea Linda High School in 1981. Musical influences. Hetfield was 9 years old when he first began piano lessons, after which he took on his brother David's drums and finally, at the age of 14, he began to play guitar with Robert Ochner. He also was in a few bands as a teenager, one being Leather Charm and another, Obsession. Hetfield identifies Aerosmith as having been his main musical influence as a child, and has said they were the reason he wanted to play guitar. He has also cited Queen, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Misfits, AC/DC, Rush, Alice Cooper, Kiss, Ramones, Motor Paragraph Red, Sex Pistols, Venom, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, ZZ Top, Thin Lizzy, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Ted Nugent, Rainbow, and Deep Purple as important influences. Metallica. In the early days of the band, Metallica experimented with a few different vocals and guitar combinations, essentially creating a setup similar to that of Diamond Head. Some of the options considered included adding another guitar player, having John Rhodes play lead guitar, as well as asking John Bush from Armored Saint to sing for the band. The finalized lineup of the band became Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, Dave Mustaine, and Ron McGovney, who was replaced by Cliff Burton soon. Hetfield referred to their early sound as power metal. The term thrash metal was first used when Kerrang! Journalist Malcolm Dome described the Anthrax song Metal Thrashing Mad in Kerrang! Issue No. 62. Page 8, published on February 23, 1984. From 1982 to 1983, Mustaine's alcoholism sparked heated altercations between Hetfield and himself. Mustaine also once poured beer onto Ron McGovney's bass, nearly causing serious damage. On April 1, 1983, the band recruited lead guitarist Kirk Hammett from the band Exodus, and 10 days later Hetfield and Ulrich officially removed Mustaine from the band due to his alcoholic tendencies. Mustaine was sent home on a 4-day bus journey, and went on to form the heavy metal band Megadeth. Later, Mustaine would be quoted to wonder why Metallica did not send him to rehab, but the other band members themselves drank heavily, Hetfield in particular, though Mustaine's alcoholism was of a more aggressive nature. Until the mid-1990s, Hetfield recorded all rhythm tracks and most harmony tracks. Since the recording of Load, Hammett is recording rhythm guitars as well. Hetfield occasionally plays guitar solos on songs such as Nothing Else Matters, My Friend of Misery, the outro solo on The Outlaw Torn, the second solo on To Live Is to Die, the first solo on Suicide and Redemption, the first interlude solo on Master of Puppets, the harmonized solo on Orion, and the introduction harmonic solo in The Day That Never Comes. He also writes the majority of the guitar harmonies, as well as writing the lyrics, vocal melodies, and co-arranging the songs with Ulrich. Hetfield has been involved in a number of on-stage accidents, most notable being an incident with pyrotechnics at Olympic Stadium in Montreal during the Guns N' Roses Metallica Stadium tour on August 8, 1992. Hetfield was the victim of a severe pyrotechnics accident during the song Fade to Black, in which a pyrotechnic charge exploded. Hetfield's guitar protected him from the full force of the blast. However, the fire engulfed his left side, burning his hand, arm, eyebrows, face and hair. He suffered second and third degree burns, but was back on stage 17 days later, although his guitar duties were delegated to former guitar tech and Metal Church guitarist John Marshall for 4 weeks while he made a full recovery. Hetfield has also broken his arm a number of times while skateboarding, which prevented him from playing guitar on stage, and subsequently caused Hetfield's management company Q Prime to add a clause in Hetfield's contract forbidding him to ride a skateboard while Metallica was touring. During a live performance on tour for the Metallica, Hetfield experienced complications with his vocals after performing a cover of the Anti-Nowhere League song So What, forcing him to take vocal lessons for the first time. He did basic warm-up exercises to piano keys with his vocal coach, who also gave him a cassette tape of the piano warm-up for future use. Hetfield still uses the same cassette he was given in the early 90s to this day before any live performance or any recording Metallica does. Hetfield talks about his vocal training endeavors in the Metallica documentary film, Some Kind of Monster, produced and directed by Joe Berlinger and Bruce Sinofsky. During the recording of the band's 8th studio album Saint Anger in 2001, Hetfield went into rehab to address his alcohol addiction. He rejoined the band after 7 months in rehab and 4 months recovering with his family. He is now clean and sober and is determined to remain so, all of which is featured in Some Kind of Monster. Some Kind of Monster also shows the making of the Saint Anger album and documents the various conflicts and issues the band were facing at the time, including the departure of Jason Newsted, alcoholism, family commitments, and the future of the band, with many in the rock press questioning whether the band would even still be together to see the completion of the Saint Anger album. Hetfield and Metallica addressed their need for a new bassist by recruiting Robert Trujillo, former bass player of Ozzy Osbourne. It was more of a swap since Ozzy Osbourne surprisingly recruited Jason Newsted shortly after Trujillo's transfer. The new lineup has continued to make music and tour worldwide. Metallica's 9th studio album, Death Magnetic, was released on September 12, 2008. Like Saint Anger and every album of original material released by Metallica since 1991's Metallica, Death Magnetic went to number 1 on the Billboard charts in over 30 countries during its first week of release. On April 4, 2009, Hetfield, along with remaining Metallica members Ulrich, Hammett, Trujillo, as well as former bassist Newsted and the deceased Cliff Burton, were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In an interview after their nomination, Hetfield commented that everyone who had appeared on an album with the band would be inducted. This excluded original guitarist Dave Mustaine and original bassist Ron McGovney, as both had appeared only on the band's early demo tapes. Hetfield and the rest of Metallica, including Newsted, performed Master of Puppets and Enter Sandman to end the ceremony. Hetfield was ranked 24th in the hit parade as top metal vocalist of all time. In 2009 he was listed at number 8 in Joel McIver's book The 100 Greatest Metal Guitarists. Personal life: Hetfield enjoys a variety of activities such as hunting, skateboarding, snowboarding, water skiing, jet skiing, sketching, customizing cars and motorcycles in his garage, watching the Oakland Raiders, and going to hot rod shows. He is also a member of the National Rifle Association. He put his 1968 Chevrolet Camaro up for sale on eBay, with the proceeds going to a Music for Schools program. The car was used in the video for I Disappear, and was given to him as a gift upon the video's completion. Years later, Hetfield donated the car to the Hard Rock Cafe, which is featured in the movie Hard Rock Treasures. Slalburn, his 1936 Auburn Boattails Speedster, won the 2010 Good Gears West Coast Custom of the Year. Hetfield has a number of tattoos, including one which shows flames encasing 4 cards, a Euro Ace, 9, 6 and 3, a Euro representing the year of his birth, and the words Carpe Diem. The flames on the tattoo are in reference to the pyrotechnic accident which he suffered in 1992 during a concert in Montreux. Copyright Al, Canada. He has tattooed an M on his right hand for Metallica, and an F on his left hand for Francesca. He also has some Christian tattoos, including crosses and one of Jesus in his right arm. He has a tattoo of 2 razors forming the straight edge X symbol on his left wrist. Hetfield says he is often happiest spending time with his wife Francesca and their 3 children, Carly, Castor, and Marcella. Hetfield married his wife Francesca to Marcy on August 17, 1997. During an interview on NPR's Fresh Air, Hetfield stated that his wife had helped him to mature and learn to deal with his anger issues more constructively, explaining that after they met, his destructive tendencies embarrassed both of them. He is also sober and has been since undergoing a rehab program in 2002, maintaining total abstinence from alcohol. In a 2010 interview with So What?, the official magazine of Metallica's fan club, Hetfield stated that he is a reborn straight edge. The first single he ever bought was Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd. He was featured in a documentary, called Absent, directed by Justin Hunt, which takes a look at the effects of absent fathers on their children and the father wound that they leave behind. Hetfield has expressed his disdain for politics and celebrities who soapbox their opinions, stating that, "For us, people are people. You should all have your own opinion." In 2007, Metallica performed at London's Live Earth concert. When James was asked for his thoughts on climate change, he responded by saying, "Equipment. Guitars." Hetfield has been a major endorser of ESP guitars since the 1980s, and is best known for playing custom-made Explorer-style guitars with an EMG 81 per EMG 60 set for pickups. Hetfield's main guitar from the early days was a Flying V copy made in Japan by Elektra, used almost exclusively until 1984 when he switched to the Gibson Explorer model. During the mid-1990s, ESP produced the first of his signature model guitars. To date, Hetfield has had 6 signature guitars with the company. However, Hetfield often uses guitars from Gibson and other companies instead of ESP despite his endorsement. Some of Hetfield's current tour guitars are ESP Truckster signature models in grey and black finishes. ESP Iron Cross Euro has the Eclipse body shape. Distressed black with gold hardware, with a gold racing stripe and a gold iron cross on the body. It is based on the design of his 1970s Gibson Les Paul Custom. ESP Explorer a Euro distressed black finish with white pickguard, ESP Explorer a Euro silver diamond plate, ESP Explorer a Euro black diamond plate, ESP Explorer purple head a Euro with a white finish and some drawings by Dirty Donny, ESP Explorer a Euro black diamond plate with deer antler inlay, ESP Flying V a Euro white finish, ESP Limited the Grinch a Euro signature guitar, black with green flames on both the front and back of the body and neck, used for the song Frantic, ESP Snakebite custom guitars in black and white finishes. Feature a custom body and headstock designed by James. The retail model was revealed to the public at the Winter NAMM 2011 show. Gibson Explorer a Euro Silverburst with white pickguard, Gibson Explorer Rusty a Euro black satin with tarnished metal pickguard, Gibson Flying V a Euro Sunburst, Gibson Flying V a Euro Silverburst, Gibson Flying V a Euro white, chrome pickups, Gibson Les Paul Custom 1970s era Les Paul with distressed black finish, gold stripe and gold iron cross on body. Referred to as Uncle Milty, and was the inspiration for his ESP Iron Cross signature model, Gibson Les Paul Custom Purple Satin Finish, Gibson Les Paul Custom Natural Finish with drawing on body that says Cliff Burton RIP, James Trussart Metal Explorer, James Trussart Steel de Villa Euro Les Paul shaped guitar with a perforated, rusted steel front, Ken Lawrence Explorer, the first of 3 custom-made Explorer-type guitars made by Northern Californian luthier Ken Lawrence. It features a mahogany body with a Chechen bark laminate top, modified Kenneth Lawrence headstock and custom tribal hunting scene inlays. Ken Lawrence Explorer. It features a mahogany body with a quilted Buwinger top, modified Kenneth Lawrence headstock, Chechen rear cover plate and custom sunray inlays. Line 6 Variax Acoustic 700 €, used live for songs featuring acoustic guitars, such as Fade to Black and The Unforgiven. Dave of England Custom Aluminium engraved to finish €, a Z Midas guitar with an engraved metal top, Fender Telecaster €, with B Bender and butterscotch finish. Other guitars owned previously used by Hetfield include 1984 Gibson Explorer No. 1 €, white finish with more beer written on white tape in the bottom left corner. The stock pickups were swapped for EMG 81 per EMG 81 set. 1984 Gibson Explorer No. 2 €, white finish with So What written in the bottom left corner. The stock pickups were swapped for EMG 81 per EMG 81 set. ESP Explorer €, black finish with EMG pickups, used as a warm-up guitar in the early 1990s. Several Gibson Les Paul models €, including standard models in black, cherry sunburst, and lemon burst finishes. Gibson EDS 1275 €, red finish. 1963 Gibson SG €, red finish with Gibson Vibrola vibrato system. Gibson Moderna €, black finish. Gold hardware. Gibson Firebird €, seen in practice. ESP Explorer No. 1 €, Hetfield's first ESP guitar, white finish. EETF UK on the body, middle finger inlays. The headstock broke many times and so the guitar was eventually retired from live use. It has been seen in use on the recording of the new album during the making of Suicide and Redemption. ESP Explorer No. 2 €, Hetfield's second ESP guitar, white finish, occasionally used live but Hetfield retired it for studio use. Numerous other ESP Explorer models €, including models with black finishes and custom inlays. A double neck model. A model with a custom burnt elk skull finish. And a model with a black finish and EMG pickups in an HS configuration. ESP JH1 Flying V €, signature guitar with flames over a black finish. ESP Flying V with green flames. ESP Eclipse JH3 €, Eclipse with black finish, with white hot rod pinstripe design, gold hardware, and checkered flag inlays. ESP Eclipse €, custom culture graphic finish with iron cross inlays. Other ESPs include a Viper with custom artwork, several Eclipses and F-Series models. ESP Horizon double neck €, used while touring for the Black Album. Was possibly used after his ESP Explorer double neck was damaged in a pyrotechnic accident. Ken Lawrence double neck Explorer, Ken Lawrence Dragon Les Paul, Z Midas GZ Series GZV 500 MFMBK a V-shaped guitar that has an engraved metal plate on the front of the body. Recently used by James in the World Magnetic Tour. Fender Stratocaster a modified with natural finish, gold hardware and EMG pickups. Jackson King VA white finish with chrome hardware, used during the Master of Puppets tour. White Flying V copy This guitar is not a Gibson Flying V, but a Japanese copy made by Elektra which Hetfield purchased for $200. It was retired after the neck broke twice and the guitar started to go out of tune easily. The stock bridge pickup was later replaced with Seymour Duncan Invader. Recently James had ESP make an exact copy of it even down to the bolt-on neck. The pickups were swapped for EMG 81/60, knobs were replaced with Gibson-style black speed knobs, pickup selector has been moved up and stock McKine heads were replaced with shallow McKine heads. This guitar has been seen during the making of Death Magnetic during the making of the Judas Kiss. This list is not exhaustive he has a large collection of guitars, not all of which are listed. Amplifiers and cabinets. Throughout Metallica's career, Hetfield has used a wide range of different amplifiers. For the first 2 albums, he used Marshall heads and cabinets, with occasional effects. The specific Marshall that he used for Kill 'Em All was stolen after a concert prior to the recording of Ride the Lightning. Hetfield was extremely upset by the theft, as his mother had helped him purchase the amp before her death. In 1986, for the recording of Master of Puppets, he and Kirk Hammett each bought a Mesa Boogie Mark IIC Plus amplifier, and since then he has mostly used Mesa Boogies, including the Trixis and Rectifier models. Around the time of Saint Anger, Hetfield began using the Diesel VH4 head. The majority of his clean tones come from a Roland JC120 Jazz Chorus guitar amplifier, although many different amplifiers have been used over the years. In December 2011, it was announced by 14 Amps that they would team up with Randall Amplifiers to start a new line of tube amps based on the 14 Meathead amplifier. Kirk Hammett currently has 2 prototypes, and Hetfield will eventually be receiving one. The amplifiers currently used on tour by Hetfield are Mesa Boogie TRI Access Preamp, Mesa Boogie Simul Class 290 Power Amp, Mesa Boogie Triple Rectifier Heads, Diesel VH4 Heads, Mesa Boogie 4x12 cabinets with Celestion V30 speakers and isolation cabinets, Roland JC120 combo amplifiers, effects. To avoid problems with pedals being damaged during live performances, Hetfield keeps his effect pedals in a rack along with his amplifiers, and his tech controls them through a Talboard side S-Stage. The pedal controller allows him to change between different effect pedals and amplifiers. Hetfield's live rig in 2008 included, in 2010, a Line 6 effects unit was added to the list, along with the TC Electronics unit, perhaps indicating that this had replaced his Stoneboxes. Accessories: in addition, Hetfield uses Shure Super 55 microphones for vocals. Discography: Metallica, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, Metallica, Load Reload Street Anger, Death Magnetic. Guest appearances: Hetfield sang Stone Cold Crazy at the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, accompanied by the remaining members of Queen and Tony Iommi on rhythm guitar. He provided backing vocals on Man or Ash and the Corrosion of Conformity album Is Blood. He sang backing vocals on Twist of Cain, and Possession on Danzig's debut album, Danzig. He played guitar on Eclectic Electric from the Primus album Antipop. Though previously believed to have been sung by Trey Parker, the song Hell Isn't Good from the film South Park, Bigger, Longer and Uncut was actually sung by Hetfield. He admitted to doing so in 2000, confirming what many Hetfield fans had already recognized as his trademark growling style. The Playboy interview, Metallica. Hetfield sang on the Goat Mule song Driving Rain with fellow guest Les Claypool, which appears on the compilation album Crank It Up with NASCAR. He also performed at the Outlaws concert in 2004, alongside Hank Williams Jr., Cowboy Troy, Big and Rich, Gretchen Wilson, and Kid Rock. Hetfield played one of close friend Waylon Jennings' songs, Don't You Think This Outlaw Bit's Done Got Out of Hand, the very same he recorded on the tribute album to Jennings, I've Always Been Crazy. At this same event, he performed Metallica's Mama Said with Jessie Coulter, the widow of Waylon Jennings, though this was cut from the television broadcast. Hetfield, as well as Metallica's lead guitarist Kirk Hammett, voiced characters in a number of episodes of the Adult Swim cartoon Metalocalypse. Hetfield, along with Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich, voiced a pair of teenage dragons in an episode of Disney's Dave the Barbarian, entitled Here There Be Dragons. He also appeared as a guest in an episode of Space Ghost, Coast to Coast entitled Jacksonville alongside Hammett. Hetfield, along with the current Metallica lineup, appeared on an episode of Discovery's Time Warp, aptly titled Metallica. Hetfield appeared on an episode of the MTV show, Celebrity Deathmatch, in which he killed Limp Bizkit vocalist, Fred Durst, but he and Ref Mills Lane disappeared after Mankind jumped from the top of the roof and onto the ring and then it collapsed. A photo of Hetfield appeared on Rammstein's music video Hey Fish, and was apparently picked to be the replacement for the dead Till Lindemann Man. Hetfield and Metallica also appeared in a Simpsons episode, The Mook, The Chef, The Wife and Her Homer. Hetfield appeared on stage with Seattle grunge band Alice in Chains in 2006 at Rock am Ring, singing deceased lead vocalist Lane Staley's vocal parts on the song, but Alice in Chains guitarist Jerry Cantrell has also joined Metallica in concert, performing Nothing Else Matters. Hetfield and filmmaker Justin Hunt were interviewed about the documentary Absent, which was directed by Hunt and features Hetfield and takes a look at the effects of absent fathers on their children, on Fox News Channel's Fox and Friends program on March 30, 2011. Hetfield is a playable character in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD. Hetfield appeared on the 2012 CMT Artists of the Year Awards show to congratulate his friend, Eric Church, on being named one of the Artists of the Year. On November 17, 2000, James Hetfield was at a Misfits concert accompanied by his bodyguard at Maritime Hall in San Francisco, where he eventually got up on the stage and sang Last Caress, Then Die, Die My Darling whilst being accompanied by the band. References. External links: James Hetfield at the Internet Movie Database, NPR interview with Metallica guitarist and vocalist James Hetfield, James Hetfield discography at Music Brains, Paisner, David. Rock stars who've caught fire on stage. Blender Magazine Online. Retrieved February 27, 2007.